I spoke to the Ivorian Coast Prime Minister, Daniel Kablan Duncan. I asked him how he could stop Ebola crossing his borders.
We take the steps, the necessary steps, just at the beginning. It was, I think, in beginning of April of this year when we had this information. And we invest a lot in the medical sector to buy some special kits for that, to take the temperature at the borders, and so on. And, well, thanks God, we succeed in preventing the
But it's
disease.
a matter of time. It's a matter of time, do you believe, before you get your first case?
Well, I don't think that we must necessarily have a case in Côte d'Ivoire. If we go on taking the necessary steps, maybe we can prevent Côte d'Ivoire from having this case, because we have some help of US with the CDC in Atlanta, who went to Côte d'Ivoire, but also the help of France also. And we have our people organized on the ground, and we have to look not only at the borders, but also at the airports and at the sea also.
And this idea, for example, the United States is increasing more measures at the US airports, more information about where passengers originally have come from. Eventually, the affected countries are going to be isolated. There'll be no transport in or out. Now, the World Bank has warned against that. But,
Sure.
but as a neighbour to these countries, you can understand, Prime Minister, why you want to close the border.
I don't think that the closing of the border will be the final solution, because if you isolate the country, the case will be more and more numerous. So we have, I think, to have an international help for the people on the ground. And as far as Côte d'Ivoire is concerned, we have opened special channels for the people. And also we have given possibilities for the US to use our airports in Abidjan and also in Bouaké to send doctors to these three countries.
Finally, on this area, the long-term effects. I mean, people talk about the worst-case scenario, the best scenario.
No.
But in any scenario, the effects will be felt pan-Africa for some time.
Well, I do think that, you know, when the world decides to fight a disease, that's the case. At the beginning, it was just African countries. But as you mentioned, there are some people infected here in the United States, but also in Europe. In that case, the fight is a global fight. So as far as I'm concerned, I do think that maybe by June next year, we don't speak about Ebola in the western part of Africa.